What's going on, guys? In this video I'm giving you an exact breakdown of every single thing I'm doing to get as big as possible as a natural, but also staying lean. All right, we're not just talking about getting huge and getting fat and sloppy, but maintaining a tight waist, a healthy good body fat percentage, seeing our abs, but getting as huge as we possibly get and build some quality muscle mass on. All right, I'll go through the training, the nutrition, the supplements, every single thing that I am doing. And guys, don't apply it to yourself. This is what I'm doing. Try it if you want to. All right, this is what has worked for me, and I'm going back to it, kind of going back to the source, going back to my roots of the things that have worked for me. Let's start up talking about training. I've been training 7 days a week for years, and it was always working pretty well for me. Once I tapered it down, I started saying that I wasn't as efficient in my workouts. As crazy as this may sound, you might be like, this is crazy, this guy never recovers. But for me, this is what was working for me. Taking more days off didn't felt super good. All right, it actually stressed me. On the days off, I was becoming a lot more anxious. I was wanting to eat less on the days off. Maybe I wasn't optimizing them and I wasn't in the proper mental state of taking days off or recovering, but it just didn't work for me. And even on the days that I was training, I felt like I needed to slowly get back into it after taking a day off or 2 days off. Just didn't work for my mindset, and I went back on training 7 days a week. My training split is a 4-day bro kind of split. Chest and triceps. Day 2, back and biceps. Day 3, I'm doing shoulders and some arms because those are my weakness. And day 4, well, in my upper body. And day 4, I'll be doing my legs all together. Hamstring, quads, glutes. My leg workout is usually 2 hours. My workouts are high volume. And guys, again, this is what works for me. I've tried many other ways and now I'm back to that style of training. High volume, a lot of supersets, more drop sets. I'm not going that crazy, but this is just what I like. This is what I enjoy. For me, training is going to the gym and doing as much sets as I can to kind of destroy that muscle in the right way, getting it to failure, going home, eating, recovering, and coming back the next day, do it again for another muscle group. I've tried going a little bit heavier and more straight sets and taking 3 minutes break in between. It's fun for a while, but it doesn't kind of release what I want to release at the gym. I do go heavy also, but I want to combine both of them. All right, a compound lift, which are my main focus, with a bit of isolation at the end. Again, going back to my roots and what worked for me, it's a lot more compound lift. So let's say it's my chest and triceps day. I will be doing a lot of presses, free weight, incline dumbbell press, barbell press. I'm sorry if you guys love all the hammer strength machine and all those new converging high quality machine. They just don't do the job for me. Yes, I do feel a crazy stimulation and I do feel the good pump, but it's not just about the pump. Training for the pump will just get you pumped during your workout, and then you'll go back home, you'll look in the mirror and you'll feel like a skeleton. This is what worked for me, is going to those heavy presses, putting that weight on the bar and squatting, barbell rowing, bend over rowing, overhead pressing, pull-ups. You can make the exact same machine sitting down. I would not feel the same. I love the compound lifts and I'm going back to them, and I want to make sure it's 75 to 80% of my workout. All right, so maybe I'm doing shoulders. Most of my workout will be spent standing up, doing standing shoulder press with the bar, military press, because this is what puts some good meat on my shoulders. All right, you could do your seated machine converging with the craziest grip and the new technology and the AI cameras in there. Doesn't work for me. All right, I do feel it more, but I don't grow from it. So now that the training is out of the way, well, you might say, if you're trained 7 days a week, how can you go intense every single day? I don't go intense every single day. I listen to my body, but I still make it to the gym every single day. And now you might argue, well, you're better off just taking a day off and recovering. I've tried it. Wasn't better. It was actually the opposite. Going to the gym, even last week, I was sick. I went to the gym. I still did some light leg workout, which I had scheduled that day. I did a pump style training. A lot of blood flow in there. Guess what? The blood, the nutrients, blood is life. I mean, do I really need to go deeper in that? Getting those oxygen to the muscles helped recovery, helped me feel better. Got out of the gym. Next day, I was able to get back to my routine and felt super good. Moving on, let's go to the next. pillar, let's say. Let's talk about nutrition. I've always been a kind of meat, eggs, potatoes, yogurt, dairy kind of guy. All right, I'm not keto by any means. I'm a big carb lover. I love carbs, rice, potatoes, bread. I've tried many ways. My nutrition has changed doing my bodybuilding show. You know, we think that what we know is never enough, so we're trying to rely on someone else or some other techniques. And you know, the bodybuilding world, it's a lot of chicken, rice, and broccoli, white tuna, white fish, some boiled rice, and 100 grams of green beans. That's their diet plan. So I'm like, you know what, let me give this a try. Maybe I'm sleeping on some gains and I'm leaving a lot of gains on the table. Well, guess what? I felt like a shadow of myself, all right? And that's why now I'm back to my roots, the nutrition that helped me build that mass. A lot of whole eggs. Yes, I used to eat 6, 7, 8 whole eggs a day. I'm not saying I'm doing that right now because I gotta gradually get my body back to it. If you're natural, those healthy fats are important. When you go for a cheat meal and you feel so good the next day in the pump, it's also because of the fats. Yes, the sodium, the water, the protein, the carbs, but also the high fat in there that will help stimulate your hormones. Going super low fat as a natural will just mess up your testosterone level, which is not a good state to be when you're trying to build muscle, lose body fat, be aggressive, be strong at the gym. All right, so I'm back on those whole eggs. Moving on, red meat. I stopped red meat for a while thinking that too much fat, oh, I gotta get leaner, I gotta get those striated glutes. It was a game, it wasn't my game that I was playing. It was a battle that I already lost a long time ago that I'm trying to play because it's not even my battle to fight. All right, if you're a natural and try to compete, don't focus too much on getting shredded, but rather focus on coming a bit full with a good muscle base instead of overly focusing on being shredded. Because if you want to over focus on being shredded, you can say bye to your muscles. All right, you want to eat white tuna, fish, and do 2 hours of cardio and eat 1,200 calories a day. Good luck. Someone enhanced will get away with it, not you. Trust me, it's just the reality. I've tried it, and that's why I'm a little bit strong with my opinion. I'm back on including a lot more real salt. All right, guys, salt. I love it. I love salt. Essential nutrients, and a lot of people are missing salt. It tastes good too. Man, salt is a superfood. It's gonna give you guys the best pumps ever, but not only that, it's great to hydrate your body. It's great to help your muscle glycogen being stuck in your muscles. Imagine salt as a glue that is helping the nutrients that you're eating stick to your muscles. You can eat all the carbs in the world, but if you're low on sodium, forget it, nothing will stick on your body. Salt is needed, and don't neglect salt. So I'm adding this back. In my nutrition also, I want to talk about the carbs. I love carbs. Carbs are your body's main source of energy, and they will fuel your performance. So when do we need them the most? Before and after our big performance. So before and after working out. That doesn't mean that I don't eat any more carbs during the day. For now, I am eating carbs every single meal, 4 or 5 times a day. But most of my carbs, let's say 60% of my carbs are coming pre and post workout. A lot of it is white rice and white potato, cream of rice, and oats. Those are the ones that work for me. I would do bagels from time to time when I really need to be carbing up a lot and it's easier to eat. But the carbs that have worked well for me and that I really feel that my muscles are kind of grasping them are mostly white potatoes and white rice, cream of rice. When I eat bread, I feel like those carbs are not really being absorbed by my muscles as well, all right? It just pulls more water to my intestines and I just feel a bit more bloated, all right? That's for me, but that's why I say test many carbs and see how you feel, all right? If you're trying to put weight on, guys, I gotta say it. Don't go for the quinoa and the brown rice and the oats. Focus on the white rice, the white potatoes, the low fiber starches. Moving on. Supplements. Creatine, 20 grams a day. Yes, I'm taking 20 grams a day of creatine. Because, guys, like I said, I train 7 days a week, at least 90 minutes every single day, and I'm going at it. And creatine, 10 grams pre, 10 grams post, it does a great job for me, and this is what works for me. All right, for me, 5-10 grams, just don't cut it just because my workload is just so high. I do take pre-workout before training. I take my protein powder before and after because protein is easy to digest, hydrolyzed protein powder. I used to always hate on protein, but it's super convenient. Yes, I would rather eat real food, but protein powder digests so easy for me when it's a high quality one that is isolate hydrolyzed. If you're just taking a concentrated protein and you're bloated, you're better off going with real food. But having my eggs in the morning will just takes too long and will sit down a bit. So that's why I go with protein powder in the morning. My nutrition is pretty simple. In the morning, I have over 100 grams coming from of carbs coming from cream of rice and bananas. Yeah, bananas are another great source of my carbs. Also high in potassium, which will help balance all the sodium that I'm taking. You need it. All right. So with 2 scoops of protein. Post-workout, pretty much the same thing, but now I'll be mixing cream of rice and oats, just because after workout I'm starving, I'm super hungry, and the oats has fiber that will help me kind of slow down that crazy hunger, because otherwise I could eat a whole cow, and I don't want to be binging. All right, moving on, it's going to be two more big meals. One of them will be, let's say, 200-gram cooked ground beef or steak with 250 grams of boiled or baked potato. The last one will be, let's say, a cup and a half of white rice with a bit more, some more meat in there. And I'll have a huge, maybe 500 gram of Greek yogurt, fat-free Greek yogurt with a ton of fruits in there, all right, and as a snack. And that's pretty much my diet, guys. Now, to bulk up, I will slowly increase the quantity. All right, I will start by adding a bit more carbs each meal, and then once it's a bit too saturated, I'll add another meal. I'm not a big fan of added fats because I'm having a lot of eggs in my post-workout banana bread that I didn't mention, sorry, which has banana, oats, and 5 whole eggs. That's the goal, working up to 5 whole eggs. I'm at, let's say, 4 whole eggs now. And I'm getting most of my fats from there. If you calculate all together with the oil that I'm putting to cook, with the protein powder that has some fat, with the whole eggs, with the Greek yogurt, and I'll add some peanut butter in my Greek yogurt, I'm getting roughly 60-70 grams of fats a day, which is plenty to keep your hormones in check. All right, that's my weight. Cardio. Guys, I was in my best shape, the biggest, the leanest. I was just doing steps. 10,000 steps a day. Don't tell me cardio anymore. I can't even listen to that word because we've been misled thinking that cardio will help us get shredded, but cardio made me lose my legs, lose my muscles, over dieting, overstress my body. Not even 3% of all your calories burnt of the day are coming from cardio. What's more important is your muscle mass, how much you're burning at rest, how much you're burning during training, how much you're burning from eating. Yes, the thermic effect of food. All of those stuff, the NEAT, way more important than cardio. So I'm gonna stop cardio, just steps, 10,000 steps a day max, not even overdoing it. And if ever I'm dieting down for a show, I'll incorporate cardio the last 4 weeks. If you start by doing cardio all the time off season, when it's time to diet down, your body is used to cardio, you're just gonna be burning all the candle from both sides, and it's just not gonna be fun for you. That's pretty much it for this video. That's what I'm doing. That's what I would recommend people to tailor to them. Let's go from there, guys. Red meat, like I said, I'm a big fan of red meat because it's high in vitamins, minerals, and they're very bioavailable. The zinc, the iron, B12 that is so hard to find in other chicken and white fish. You won't find those. I'm gonna try to get salmon at least once a week. In terms of vitamins, I'll take vitamin D, omega-3, magnesium, and that's it. That's it. There's no secret, guys. The secret is that there's no secret. It's consistency. That's my plan. Try it if you want to. Just wanted to share, keeping it real with you guys. Let's get as big as possible while staying lean. Ciao.